Hi, I'm Joanna Penn, and this is a review of James Arthur Ray's Harmonic Wealth, which I've just recently read. There's a lot of good stuff on the internet as well about this at the moment, and James has a number of videos, so I urge you to have a look at those too. So what is this book about? It's not just about financial wealth. I think that's what makes it slightly different to a lot of other wealth books out there. It basically talks about creating wealth in all areas of your life, and as someone who reads a lot of self-development books, I still really enjoyed this one. It still has a lot of original ideas in, and things that are restated in a different way, and things that help me understand some of the concepts around the law of attraction, for example. So just want to pick a couple of things out of the book that I really enjoyed. The first one is really talking more about chaos and about the state we have to be in to push ourselves past our limits. So we might be in a certain phase now, but in order to reach the next level, we really have to push ourselves. So he talks about the background around chaos, and when the brain reaches a point of dealing with a certain level of information, it will reorganize itself to incorporate that information and change the way you think. So he talks a lot about that. He says here, we must embrace chaos and even be grateful for it, because the more chaos we have, the more it proves to us we're growing. Any system, human or otherwise, that's alive and thriving is dynamic. Rigidity and predictability is death. So he makes some really great statements. So we have to grow, basically, in order to gain. He also does talk about, the law of attraction, being grateful for where you are right now and attracting the things that you're feeling. So what's dear to my heart is about, work. He goes, so you don't like your job? You'll have more to love when you start loving what you have. It's about focus and where you're placing your attention. Everything is energy, including you. Are you putting your attention on the blessings of your job, or are you putting your attention on the curse of it? Thoughts are directional. They lead you to a specific destination. Energy flows where attention goes. And, those of us who read Law of Attraction, The Secret, that type of stuff, that's a common theme. But, he really goes into these things in more detail, talks about stories from a different perspective, and makes you understand these things all over again. Just a couple of other things. Chapter 12 is about becoming your higher self. And he has a quote from Howard Thurman. Don't ask what the world needs. Ask what makes you come alive and go do it. Because what the world needs is people who have come alive. And I love that, because that's so true. There's no point just saying, I should be an accountant because I'll make good money. What do you want to do with your life? Do you want to wake up in 30 years and find you're still doing that and you hate it? So this really helps you identify what you want to do and then have the courage to change. He talks about spiritual wealth as well, and I like this a lot. He uses different religions, different forms of spirituality to give you a good overview and what's important in spiritual health, whatever you believe, whether you're part of an established religion or you have your own spirituality. There's something to learn in this. He respects all religions, which is great. There's one little phrase I really enjoyed, which was the universe says yes chapter. He gives us a little phrase. So he says, I am the adventurer of life. I am eternal youth. I have come from the previous valleys of yesterday to the invigorating heights of today. I am the eternal traveller, journeying into the miracle of self-discovery, an infinite unfolding. I am always and only guided, protected and loved. I think that's a great affirmation for us all. So again, are you ready to create outrageous results in every area of your life? This book will help you look at your whole life rather than just, for example, your financial wealth. And you'll be able to use parts of it to really help you in your journey. So, Harmonic Wealth by James Ray.